think the SR708 only came with the 5-year warranty, which is outstanding. It's got like 5.5 gallon tank. Wheels on it still look pretty good. I added that chute blocker, and I need to tighten it up today as well, but the chute blocker has worked out fine on it. Again, the seat is very comfortable. Even after a year, it's still in very good shape. You have that little bit of mark right there in the back, if you can see, and that's from the seat bouncing and rubbing back against the motor. So, but all in all, I'm really impressed with the Scags product. It's been a great machine. And again, if you look at it, the way they put the equipment together, the braided nylon, the covering up the wires, that looks real good and neat. Here, up under it, you can see. It tells you the parts and everything that you need on it for the 42-inch. You know, the blade. It gives you all the good stuff up under the seat. Again, as you can see, it's pretty much looks real good and clean. I think I complained about the battery being in that little box right there. Trying to think, one time I think I have no idea how I run that battery down, but it was kind of hard putting some cables on there to jump start it. But once I did it, you know, it's pretty much back in shape. And you got the cup holder, the gas meter, very rugged fabricated deck. You can stand on the deck. It's not going anywhere. Scags really built a great machine when they built this one here. Pretty sure the commercial brands are as well. Built great. I put this on myself. The battery, not my battery charger, my phone charger. I put that on there myself. Again, I put the chute blocker. Now the only problem I have with this and really any other mower is these cover that's covering the belt and stuff. You get a lot of grass and dirt and stuff up under there and get clogged up in there while you're cutting, and it's kind of hard, you know, to keep taking that plate off to get all the dirt and stuff off. But on this side, when I put that chute on, I should have put the plate back on first, and I didn't. And it's hard for me to get that plate on there with that chute. I would have to take that chute off to put the plate back on. But that haven't been a problem. I kind of like it like that because it's no dirt and grass and stuff does not accumulate up under there. So that's been pretty good. Now, one thing I was talking about in my title is the things that the dealers do not tell you and that I think they should. Yeah, all is still dripping. When I bought this, and I think if you feel like that, if you're a good salesman, you should know your equipment and know everything about it. Now, when I bought this, they did tell me that after I think 10 hours, was it 10 or 15 hours, that I need to change the oil and the filter, and you know, so I did. But they did not tell me that at 50 hours that I needed to change the hydro. And I was thinking it was 100, because there's a lot of machines that after 100 hours they want you to change the hydro transmission fluid. and this one was 50. Now I'm not going to completely blame them because when I bought the machine, you know, they give you a manual. If you go in your manual, you should be able to see all that in your manual. But the only problem with this manual was uh, I believe I'm not. I don't want to lie on the manual, but I think it only told me about the oil change at 10 and then 50 and then 100 and so on. But it did not tell me about the hydro uh, change up under uh, the part where it talks about maintenance. I was reading about the hydro, and it told me then under that title section that you should change it after 50 hours. And now, you know, it's been 100 hours. I know it didn't mess up anything, but again, I think if you're a good salesman and you know your equipment, because I bought it from a Scags dealer, and I think that was the only thing that they sold at that building was Scags. I don't even think they sold Scags and Steel, but that was the only two brands that they sold was Scags and Steel. And I felt like if that's the only two things they're selling, they should know about all the equipment and tell the customers that, hey, when you get the machine, you want to change it at all at 10, and if you got serviceable transmission, you want to change it at whatever period it is. But again, I'm not going to blame them. I just think of being a good salesman, they will tell you that. Another thing that I think they should tell you, blowout baffle. I installed a blowout baffle on the front because when the weather is real dry, you're going to have a lot of debris and grass and stuff shooting from up under there. And they didn't tell me about that. But before I bought the Scags, I had already been doing my research and I read about it. As a matter of fact, when I went and told the lady, one of the dealers, that I wanted a blowout baffle for the machine, and she didn't even know what it was, and I had to explain to her what it was. And then when she went and pulled it up in the system, she said, I didn't even know we sold that. So they ordered one. It cost me about $89, and I installed it myself, and it's been great as well. So if you have one of these machines or any other machine and you have a lot of debris and grass shooting from up under there during the dry season, you may want to ask about the blowout baffle, and again, read your manual. Because once I read the manual, it gave me quite a few other accessories that you can buy for the mower. So if you have a mower, please read your manual, and not just the basic stuff. Go out through it and read the entire thing like I should have done in the first place. But these are some of the things that I think the dealers really should tell you when you're buying a machine, especially if you're a first time. I think they should even ask you, is this your first time owning a zero turn, and go into details about them, and not just try to get the bucks for the sale. But with that being said, that all is still changing, is just about finished. So we're gonna, I think it's starting to drip now. So we're gonna take that off. I'm gonna let that drain a little bit more. I'm gonna take the oil filter off and replace that filter. And I'm gonna hit y'all back. I'm gonna cut it off just for a second and change that filter. And then we're gonna go and change the change the fluid, the hydro fluid. So y'all give me just a second. Okay, we got the oil changed. Put the filter on and trying to let it drain a little so I can check the oil level. Now the mistake I made, like I said on my Husqvarna, was after I changed the oil, I didn't put the cap back on and drove it the next day for about an hour and a half doing about an hour, hour and a half doing a 3-acre property, and from that point on, it was all downhill. But I'm not gonna make that mistake today. So we're gonna check the oil level on here. Make sure there's enough oil in it. Okay. It's so clean, it's hard for me to tell. Let me try this again. Yep, okay, just right. Now we're gonna do the hydro change again. You're gonna need your 9/16. I'm gonna use the same oil pan. Gonna do the left side first, then we'll do the right side. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah. All right, so up under there, hold on just a second. See if we can get this right. Okay, you got it. So again, you're gonna need your 9/16 socket. Okay, all right, got the oil pan on there. We're gonna do the left side first. Again, you're gonna need the 9/16 socket. I don't know if you can see that. All right, we're gonna let that drain. And I'm gonna do both sides. And I'm gonna cut it off right here. I'm gonna do both sides, let both sides drain. And then we'll go at it from the top and show you on here where you put the fluid back in. This product, the manual was telling me to use the tough Toro Tough Tech oil. Now, you know, I have a problem with this. This is only, what, 3 liters, which is about 3 quarts. And each one of these sides takes 1.94 quarts, so almost 2 quarts. So you have to, and if this thing was like $55 each, so you have to spend $110 when you're not going to even use all of it. You're going to use all 3 liters on one, and then you're going to only use 1 liter on the other. Is going to leave you 2 liters. But I guess in the long run it's all right. So on your next time you have to change it, I think in 250 hours or 400 hours or something, you only have to buy 1 of these and it'll even out. But I feel like they should give you buy these where you can buy these in quarts, where you can buy 2 one side and 2 for the other side, instead of spending $100 and some, and you're not gonna be using this here again for another 200 or 300 hours. But you know, it is what it is. You got to go with it. So again, I'm gonna cut it off and let the fluid drain from here, and we'll be right back.